Oh Lord, I don't. Okay. Hey y'all, what's going on? Yep, I'm not on the camera. Let's roll with it. It doesn't make the shit any less valid, but I'm not on camera. Whatever. Y'all know the situation. Anywho, so y'all, let's get down to the Atlanta hoes, y'all, please, cause I started to do it last night, but I just could not muster it up. But listen, and I don't know if this is gonna be the Atlanta hoes and the love and hip hop hoes. Okay, let's just go ahead. Y'all know what I'm laughing at, but I can't go into that. Okay, let's start out with Miss Kenya. She decided she's doing the stallion shit, so she got to go work out. And I must say, honey, Miss Kenya, you brought the booty to the stage, honey, when you went to go work out here. So she's in there working out, talking about she want to be fit and talking about how don't nobody want their booty looking like Miss Phaedra's booty and this and that and other. So she's in there doing her shit. All right. While she's in the midst of working out, we can kind of skip on over to Miss Phaedra in her photo shoot. Well, the photo shoot for the Donkey Booty CD. DVD. I said CD. DVD. So she's in there first and she comes and has her coat over what she's wearing, and we all know what she was wearing. The little green get up. I posted a picture of that on the Much Love page. And she looked fine. She looked great. She was giving you booty. Also, she wasn't quite giving you Kenya booty, but she was giving you all the booty she had. Okay. So, in the midst of that, they getting ready. She's getting her face on. She getting her mug cooked. And all of that, her pent up this and that, which I felt like, was that really the her? I don't know. When people are working out, like, is that how they really go? But that's neither here nor there. She did look cute on it. Miss Apollo gets there and she comes and gets in her makeup and gowns and things. No, I'm just kidding. She comes to get her shit on and they start taking pictures, and the next thing you know, it's like they grabbing asses and he's bending her over and shit like she's Uncle Ben. And she's licking tongues out and booty. I don't know. Phaedra, bitch, you be trying to give I'm Miss Southern class at Bell, but honey, half the time you be giving me up north hooker or some shit. Not that everybody up north is a hooker. I'm just saying she do give me hooker hoe sometimes. But you know, don't try to flip the script, girl, and be like, I'm Southern, I'm classy, and I'm all da. Bitch, you ain't nothing but another big booty, honey. And some lips, okay? Moving on along. And in the midst of that, we'll go back to Kenya. She's going through her shit, and they both pretty much throwing shade. Now, let's pause for a minute and let's go ahead and have, oh Lord, let's go ahead and have this moment where Miss Kenya has decided that she gonna call Porsha stupid ass. Because that's all I can say about Porsha. Like, I can't with her. She calls her, which, you know, she's like, Kenya, I don't know where you was going with that, boo-boo. It was kind of like, well, I'm going to talk to her and see if I can get her on my side. But you was ready to turn her ass up. You was gone with the wind, fabulous, bitch. You was whooping her with your dress. And y'all was trading whores and this and that and other. You know, it was just all kinds of wrong. Okay? So now you want to call her, which I have to say that I'm on Porsha's side. Jesus. I'm on Porsha's side, Lord. That's it. I'm getting weaker even saying it. So Porsha's like, why? So now you want to be, all I want to hear from her is an apology. Needless to say, honey, she was like, Kenya was like, in order for us to sit down and talk like women, I'd have to be with women, as if to say, well, honey, you know, Porsha's not a woman, she's a child or whatever. So, y'all, am I the only one that peaked when Miss Kenya got up and was walking off in that white dress and her ass was eating her dress? Like, bitch, you know when you on camera, when you get up out that motherfucking chair while you got your ass back turned, like where can't nobody else see it, bitch, you was supposed to sprinkle that dress up out your ass or whatever. Do whatever you do, honey. Do that jiggle or however you do it. Bitch, never do you toss the dress out your ass to the camera. Like, was that some Gone with the Wind ass fabulousness? I can't with you, girl. Okay. So they decide and walk off, and at some point, some kind of way, the fact that Kenya's feet was ashy came up. Now, Porsha, baby, I kind of get the impression that you might be, stop it, that you might be calling her ashy because you feel she's a little darker skinned or whatever. I hope that's not the case, because clearly, bitch, you are married to a piece of coal. So we're not going there. Dark skin don't mean ashy, and bitch, you're not the lightest brown on the block. Like, let's just get that clear. I hate to hear people's, other black women or men call somebody darker ashy. Sit your ass down. Just because they darker do not mean they ashy. And bitch, I wouldn't be so motherfucking grand because you clearly living at home and get ready to have a motherfucking baby with a queen. So let's don't start calling names, calling ashy or nothing else, dumb bitch. Okay, moving on along because I done had it with you. So they have that and they leave. Okay. Now for a minute, let's go ahead and stop with NeNe. NeNe's in, California. She's looking for furniture. Greg's in there. Greg's bumping around and clumping around, and apparently there's a lot of piggies around or whatever. I don't know. She doesn't have time to pick furniture, so, really give it the time that it needs. They have some nice pieces in there. But she was asking the man, well, could you come to the house? And he was like, yeah. And Greg's like, look, we got a budget of $300 and bring some pizza. But he was joking, shedding light on it. At one point, I felt like NeNe was kind of briefly, like she was just for a brief second, felt some kind of way about the way Greg was acting. I hope that's not the case, because, okay, NeNe, we're going to roll out with that. I'm going to let that go. Okay, so they do that. Why are we talking about NeNe? Let's just go ahead and stay on the fact that she went to go see the acting coach. Now, NeNe, okay, you got the role. That's it. Y'all, I'm so torn. Because y'all know from the gate, I like Miss, Lanithia Leaks. Sometimes she'll scratch me the wrong way. But for the most part, I like NeNe. So she's like, I'm trying to get in the zone. I'm acting. I'm doing this and that. But, NeNe, keep your day job, baby. That's just what I'm going to say about that. And I feel like that this shit could end at any point. And I think smart enough to know you need to be putting chips up and this and that and other. So she talks to old girl. She helps her out. I just don't feel like that's noteworthy. Y'all to even talk about that. Okay. Now, moving on along. Let's go to Miss Cynthia, because we have to add Miss Cynthia in this. Apparently, she wants to get into pageants. So she invites this guy to come, which gave her a lot of information. What you realize is that Miss, Cynthia is about her coin, and she know that motherfucking restaurant could burn and be afoot any motherfucking minute. That motherfucker could go under. So, Miss Girl, you keep doing what you're doing. And on top of that, just as another little side kiki, I don't know if y'all know this, but if you want to start your own hair weave selling store or online, she offers this service. If you want to start your own business, there's the silver pack, the gold pack, the platinum pack, the VIP pack, the whole bit. So, y'all, I'll probably post that on the Much Love Facebook page, just as a little side kiki, which I ain't mad at her for that, because I do love the hair that she wears. Do what you got to do, honey. Be self-made. You can't solely depend on Uncle Ben, because you don't know when him and Apollo going to run off and, get a civil union going. So you don't know, honey. So do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. Be there for Phaedra when that bitch is let down. Just do what you got to do. Okay. So let's see. How did it go? They talking, the guys telling her what she needs, and it is money to be made. And he cooked up, noggin and said, well, I will keep it around 100 or 250 or whatever. She was like, oh, you can make 1,200 or whatever. Okay. So in the midst of that, time has elapsed. And she's agreed, and she wrote down things, and he gave her some really good, honest opinions. And those pageants are a big thing, Definitely in the South or whatever, it is a big thing. So she gets to this venue that they looking at, and apparently Miss Porsha's nonprofit is, gonna be the ones to do the little stuff. So of course she has to come. So Cynthia's there, casual, looks nice as usual. Here comes Porsha in this big motherfucking Gone with the Wind gown. Okay. So they sitting there, they going there to see the venue or whatever, and they kind of old dudes like, well, honey, y'all ain't gonna be able to fill this up. This might be a little big, and you don't want it to look bad or whatever. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, they go outside and sit in the little lobby area and sit down and talk. And he asked Cynthia, which could have been when they was in there, but at any rate, he asked Cynthia how many people does she have. Nobody. Now, Cynthia, girl, come on now. Let's be real. You need to be and got some contestants or whatever. That's why you had the Q&A with him. He told you what you needed to do. What the hell was you doing that you couldn't get it together? But anywho, we going to go on to the next thing. He goes on to talk about, who can, do the commentating or whatever. And he's like, well, maybe you can. And then they flashed it when she was trying to talk about fat girl. No, you know the real deal. She said it, man, maybe not. Somewhere in the midst of that, entertainment come up. Miss Porsha wants to sing His Eye is on the Sparrow. I do believe that is it. And y'all, oh Lord Jesus. Whoo, Jesus. I just could not. Whoo, Lord, I can't. That's all I can say about that is, whoo, Lord, I can't. Oh, Jesus. Let's move on along beyond that. So he pulls out this tiara. Instantly, they like, oh, that's cute. You already know, sleepy dummy. I can't. She gets the motherfucking thing, gets up and walks with the tiara on. I cannot with this hoe. I can't. Oh, God, Porsha is... Oh, she's sickening to me, y'all. She's sickening to me. I can't with her. Okay, fine, girl. So, y'all gonna work and you gonna be kind of under Miss Cynthia helping her. And then you said, I didn't want to do all of this. Girl, well, why'd you offer? And then you gonna go and talk to Miss Girl, your husband, and be like, well, she said and got snippy with me on this next episode. Sit down somewhere. Don't let your husband get your ass read for pure and utter dust. Like, for real. Anywho. So, off of that, and we've kind of went through that bit. I'm trying to think. Somewhere in the midst of that, y'all, apparently, and I don't know if it's the up and coming, I might be to mix this up. And I did talk about it on Facebook, that apparently Miss Candy wants to come when she leaves the Candy Coated Nights and, when she releases the Benoit balls out of her cooch. She immediately wants to go into the studio and sing gospel. Okay. All right. I mean, in my mind, that's just like, the whole dipping her ass in holy water. I don't know. Just, but everybody needs Jesus. I need Jesus. Everybody needs Jesus. I just don't get this whole concept, but okay. Anywho. In the midst of this, now y'all know the shit that went on between Kenya and what happened and this and that and other. So Kenya goes and meets up with Lauren and he has got okay, Lawrence, we're going to have to talk about these carbuncles that you have on the back of your head, baby. And for those who are stylists and have been to her school, I know what I'm talking about. Esthetician, any of that, you know what the hell I'm talking about. You got another motherfucking lump on the back of your head. Now, last time I seen you, you just had one, bitch. I'm going to need to talk to you about that. We're going to need you to go get you a wig and cover that shit the fuck up. Like, I can't. You can't keep trying to give me mug in the front and give me just thrown mud in the back. I can't. Like, what in the hell is going on, baby? I'm going to need you to fix that. I'm just saying. That's just it. I'm just going to need you to fix that. Okay. So, and then can I talk for a minute about that mayonnaise / ketchup mixed lipstick you had on? Like, it was just too much. Like, you giving me too many things as usual. But however, okay, just whatever. But you did say what was good. As you was talking to Kenya, you shouldn't be, Phaedra's nobody's friend, and you definitely clocked the T on that, honey. She is no one's friend. The reason why her and Candace get along so well is because Candace is nobody's friend. These fair weather hoes, Oh, they flock together. Uh-huh. Anywho, so you said what was good, and you was like, well, honey, I will, and you should. And so Kenya in her mind, she's telling the whole thing, and, you know, they talking and kikiing about it. Okay. Off of that. So now let's go to where they go to this Indian restaurant, and let's see, it's Candy chose the restaurant, this and that, another. You know, Miss Phaedra's there, Miss Cynthia's there, Miss Porsha, Miss Porsha, Candace, Porsha, Phaedra, Cynthia. Oh, y'all, why do I feel like somebody else was there? But anywho, at any rate, the two important characters about this scene is Miss Porsha going into the whole shit, and how her and Candace is talking about how the whole thing went down. You motherfucking backstabbing Billy badass bitches. I can't with you motherfuckers. And trying to act like you, girl, you ain't Phaedra's friend for real. And Phaedra ain't nobody's friend, like I said. I do understand the fact that what Kendra is doing, what Kenya is doing. Am I saying that right, y'all? However, y'all know. She was wrong, but like she said, whatever, I had the deal on the table. So the bottom line is this, is that the bitch decided to do it, and it is what it is. You know, she gonna roll with it. She ain't gonna lose that money. We all know it was Phaedra's idea and all of that. But Porsha, bitch, like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to beat up Phaedra's ass, bitch? I don't know. Like, for real. And then, bitch, you went on to say, and Cynthia was like, oh, and Porsha wants to sing. And then, bitch, they was trying to get you to sing, and you was like, you gotta have a drink. Bitch, sit down. Your motherfucking ass was so reminiscent of Lucille Ball, I didn't know what to do. A bitch always wanted to do more than what the fuck she is. Like, I can't. When if anybody might want a song, it would have been Candy. Like, I can't with you. Ooh, I can't with Porsha, y'all. Anyway, so they was there. Phaedra was talking her shit. They, you know, all talk their shit. Now let's ease on back to NeNe, because as y'all know, NeNe made a shoe for Just Fab or whatever, which was a cute shoe. She had them all to come. People were there. NeNe was like, ooh, child, I'm tired. Now, NeNe, the only thing I would have a talk with you about is this. And ladies, please let me say this to y'all. There is no foot cleavage. Please say that with me. No foot cleavage. If your toes hang over the front of the shoe, over the side of the sandal heel, if your heel hangs over, if the top part of your fat meat look like your boy's monkey paw feet in your shoes, the shit don't fit, put that shit back. Foot cleavage. NeNe, you had a little foot cleavage, your toes going over. Okay. You know, and I think you were just kind of tired, because normally you would be on point or whatever, you know, but, you know, just work that out. So they in there, and she's greeting, and I'm really proud of NeNe, you know, because of how she, you know, she's taking advantage of this situation and making the best out of it. You know what I'm saying? What I will say to you, NeNe, is please stop talking about what you and your husband being divorced and y'all being back together. Girl, you know y'all didn't get divorced. Sit down somewhere and prop them motherfucking foot cleavage ass feet up. Please. If you need somewhere to rest it on the back of Lawrence's carbuncles on the back of his motherfucking head. But let's stop doing that and stop sharing it with everybody. Maybe. Anywho. Okay. So they come in one by one, you know, everybody's kicking or whatever. And finally you see as they leading up to it is Lawrence in the car. And Lawrence is like, you are getting ready to slay, bitch, with what you got on. Now, I wasn't ready for what this bitch pulled out on me, y'all. They all sitting there. Miss Kenya coming there with a motherfucking big ass Phaedra retarded ass hat on. With that motherfucker fishnet shit on. And bitch, it looked like you had a bitch. Now, look like you had a mammal toe, girl. I don't know, but you was giving them everything in it, honey. You was giving the best you had, honey. Put the ass plates on. She came for Miss Phaedra. Miss Phaedra, bitch, put a fork in you because you was done. Now, granted, Kenya, honey, I don't know that I would have embarrassed myself like that, but I guess you said, well, bitch, you out there talking all this bullshit about me. I'm just going to go ho-ho. Now, NeNe was a little mad because of the situation, and the proceeds was going to charity, which I understand. And if anybody could have had an attitude, it should have been NeNe. You choose to do that kind of buffoonery on your own time, honey. But as it went on, you could see NeNe's face shifting because she was so glad that Miss Phaedra was getting it. She didn't know what to do with herself. So King is like, yes, you said it, and this and that and other. And, you know, they were going word toe for toe. But actually, no matter what you said, Miss Phaedra, even though, King, you don't have to go that far, bitch, she did you to the motherfucking T, to your motherfucking voice and everything, bitch. And I could have bought you for a motherfucking wooden ass nickel because you looked a fucking fool just as much as she did. But when that bitch came in there with that hat on and then they scrolled down, y'all, I like to choke to death. Her, oh Lord, I'm not even ready. I couldn't even get ready for what this bitch broke out on me. Like, did she really put that shit on her ass? And then when they went behind her sitting and did the ass back camera, I said, this bitch done tried it. Anywho, y'all, that's my take on the, Real Households of Atlanta. If I left something out, y'all already know what it is. Put it in. Tell me what y'all think. Do y'all think Kenya went too motherfucking far? That's one. Two, is Porsha getting the fuck on y'all nerves? That's two. That's two for me. And I think I've already asked y'all how y'all feel about the shit going down with Phaedra or whatever. Now, from what I understand, Phaedra's DVD is doing great, and some people really, really like it. So I say I hope both of the ladies make money. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, at the end, I hope they both make money. So y'all tell me what y'all think about this. Sorry I wasn't on. Oh, Lord, y'all. I'm so stuffed up and stuff or whatever. But at least I was able to get this in some kind of way for y'all. So y'all bear with me. Please forgive me for not being on camera again. Know that I am trying to get myself back together. I truly am. So I'm out of here. I am going to get the hip-hop hoes up. If I can tonight. If I can't, then I will come back in. Well, shit, not tonight. Today. Because it's like 3-something in the damn morning. Later on, later on tonight, I'll try to get it up for you all and try to be on camera. And y'all, for those who are, if you are not on the Much Love Facebook page, then your ass is missing out. It just is what it is. Your ass is missing out. So if you're not, be sure to click the link below and go over to my Facebook page and check it out. I do have the link for my Twitter below. I don't Instagram. Let's see. Be sure to check out my other channel. Go over, support, and subscribe. It's about makeup or whatever. So, all of that good stuff. Check out the website, whatever. But definitely, if you do nothing else, go over and check out the Much Love Facebook page. So I'm out of here, y'all. Much love.